Hi, I'm Casey with Nectar Flow Yoga, and this is part 2 of focusing on our Vinyasa with the option here to amplify the Vinyasa and working on the assumption that you have the fundamentals of this movement down. So to review, you can start here in Tadasana with your feet together if you'd like, or hips width if that feels more comfortable. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold with a flat back. Maybe bending your knees. Inhale to halfway lift, find length in your spine. Exhale, hands plant, and we'll step the feet back for this first one, setting up our high plank. My fingertips are pointing straight forward. I'm spreading my hands, my fingers wide, pressing the ground away, and a little rounding in the upper back, firing up the thighs versus sinking the hips. Take a breath in, and then on your exhale, you'll shift slightly forward. It's not a big shift forward as you gaze forward and bend the elbows. Don't go any lower with the chest than the upper arms. Then roll forward on the tops of the feet, press the ground away, find your upward facing dog, then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So that is the classic Vinyasa transition, or part of sun salutation A and B. Inhale, look forward, walk your feet to your hands. You halfway lift, find length in your spine, no rounding here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale your hands to your heart. Now you'll frequently hear me, as well as probably other teachers, cue the option to jump or float forward and back in your Vinyasa. And fundamentally, this jumping is really about building the strength and the awareness for handstanding and arm balancing. So it's less about the jump itself and more about what you do with your upper body. So to demonstrate, inhale, you'll reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. I have a little yoga buddy today. Exhale, your hands will plant, and then the weight begins to shift into your hands. Now, personally, I feel like the jumping back is more challenging and a little riskier than the jumping forward. At least that's how it feels in my body, as we're already here in this compressed forward fold. So the idea with jumping back is that you would jump back into your chaturanga. Pretty challenging. So as you begin, if you want, you can just have a slight bend in the elbows and jump back with a slightly bent elbow versus super straight arms. Then lower, lift, and take it back. Jumping forward, a little easier because we have this ability to express and expand, bend the knees and coil up. Look forward first, your belly super strong up and in, and all of our weight's going to shift into our hands. Now in the beginning, your jump may literally be that, a jump. But over time, as you look forward, bend your knees, you'll start to push the ground away and softly land the feet, finding a float. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. I'll demonstrate the jumping back into chaturanga now. So inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Arms are straight, hands are planted on the ground. I shift the weight into my hands as I lift my heels. My thighs compress toward my belly, belly's up and in. And then I bend my elbows as I take my legs back. Roll through your up dog, downward facing dog. Several breaths here. And then practicing, again, the jumping forward. And I encourage you to pause the video and try several of these. So you'll look, for me, I look ahead of my mat, lift my heels as I bend my knees, find the thighs toward the chest. And then the idea is to take the hips nice and high over the shoulders so that you can softly land your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Another thing that I and maybe other teachers will cue as something to add on and mix up your practice, build more strength, is an extra push-up. Now, I really only want the extra push-ups to be happening if the hips aren't collapsing. So I'll demonstrate that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or play with your jump back. Up dog. And then here we'll transition back to high plank, lower down, press back to high plank with strength, and then press back to down dog. What we want to avoid here is the sinking of the hips, right? This kind of unclear transition to up dog, and then this sagging extra push-up. That does us no good, and if anything, it can cause injury. So instead, if you want to build upper body strength, you're getting there, I encourage you to drop your knees. There is no shame in it. I do it in my practice all the time. Lower down, come up through up dog, or keep the legs down for a big cobra here. And then back to this modified plank shape, lower down, press up, and press back. In my opinion, that's just as hard, on the upper body at least, as the full expression. Inhale, look forward, come up on the toes, and then again, either stepping, and if you're stepping, you can work the same strength that floating has by just doing one foot at a time, landing them lightly. Compressing the thighs to the chest is a huge part of this. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, let's sit into chair pose. So from our chair pose, we build into our sun bees, and we can play with some other variations there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. And then again, stepping or jumping back through your vinyasa. I'm going to drop my knees this time. Inhale up through a little cobra pose. Lower down and press back. And now look forward, inhale. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Left heel drops, rise up, warrior one. On your exhale, we'll plant the hands, and this is where you can layer in a three-legged vinyasa. So I'm pushing the ground away. I'm going to slide my right leg back and keep it lifted as I lower. Now, as I come through up dog, I take the right foot down and then come back. We don't want to have up dog as three-legged. We want tops of both feet down for the upward facing dog. To go through that again on the left side warrior one, reach. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Your vinyasa, or three-legged, I forgot. Take it back. Inhale, look forward, up on the toes. And again, building from here, if you're starting to feel like you're floating, you can play with some donkey kicks. So maybe tucking and holding. And you might not get that much hang time, but the idea is you're compressing the thighs to the chest. Over time, that can turn into a handstand. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. To demonstrate a little advancement of your jump back, we'll see if I can stick it today. I like to walk my feet back. I'm just not super flexible in the hamstrings, but I am taking my hip bones, my sits bones high. I'm going to come up on the toes, rock some weight into my hands, bend my knees, and then float my feet and jump back. And that one wasn't great, but it's a practice. Inhale, warrior one, rise up. Now, you feel like you're good in that three-legged dog, you want to add on. I should say three-legged vinyasa, and you want to add on to that. You plant the hands. Option one is to swing this front leg back and up for, let's see, I'm going the wrong way. Swing it back and up for a handstand kick. And again, maybe in the beginning, that just looks like this, but you're feeling that weight transition into your hands. And if you're in a public class or trying to follow a video, maybe you do a couple of those and you skip the up dog, the chaturanga, and meet the class in down dog. So to show you on the left side, step your left foot forward, reach. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, plant your hands. And then it's this left leg that will swing back. It swings back, you jump with the right leg, and maybe find some hang time, or just play with floating that back foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, jump, float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands plant. Up on the toes, and I'll try again here. Maybe playing with a pike handstand. Getting a little hang time today. Down dog. Warrior one, right side. This time, I'm gonna plant my hands. It's my back leg that's gonna lift me for handstand. So previously I swung this leg back. It's a pretty dynamic motion. My preference is to plant the hands by the front foot, slide the front foot back a little, and then it's this back leg that lifts me up. And I play with these little handstand hops. Now, my back leg has to be super strong to make this transition work. So, and then maybe it's just the right foot that floats back, and you meet in down dog. Left side, warrior one, reach. Release your hands, plant them. Again, slide the left foot back, plant your hands, lift the right leg, and then play with maybe getting some hang time. If you're in your handstand and you're feeling strong, you can go to chaturanga from here by bending the elbows back and lowering down. It's pretty risky though. You gotta be comfortable being upside down. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, look forward, come up on your toes. And then one more variation for jumping forward that I like to teach. Take the feet kind of wide. We're gonna do frog hops. So donkey kicks are more of that tuck. Frog hops, we take the legs really wide like a malasana squat. So look forward, bend your knees. And then maybe you get that hang time. Maybe you just do several hops forward. Different things work for different people with this handstanding stuff. So it depends on your center of gravity, where your strength lies, and so on. But you gotta be willing to play and have fun. We'll meet in a forward fold here. And inhale, reach. I certainly got a workout teaching this video. Exhale your hands to your heart. Please, if you have any questions, leave comments, and I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Namaste.